Welcome to After School Reviews. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon. Please like this video and leave a comment down in the comment section. Today we are reviewing the NECA Scarface figure, which is over here. It's the white suited version, 7-inch, and we're also going to be having a look at the Mezco The Fall figure, which is towards the end of the movie. So usually we don't have a look at two figures, and if we do, it's usually from the same company, but I'm not going to have two separate videos on these, so you can see the packaging on the Mezco one. I kind of favor the Mezco version more. I just like having this here, and you can see the Tony Montana logo back there. You can see it says The Fall here. I do also like the back of the packaging. And the figure I was going to get originally was this one, because it has more articulation. It's a little stylized, but I do like the head sculpt on this one here. But these came up, and scored both of them for 20. There's the white suited version one here. That suit's also supposed to have lines, because if you can see the back one here, this one has lines on it rather than that one. But Mezco, I guess, probably just didn't want to do it, or it was out of their capacity. But NECA has lines on theirs. These are both sealed, so it's gonna be a shame to open these, but it's got to be done. So do not go anywhere. We will have a closer look at these guys opened and out of their packaging. Here we have both the figures open out of their packaging. Now I opened this one first just because I thought this one was cooler. And then something happened when I opened this one. And it being a NECA figure, it's bound to happen eventually, right? Typically, we haven't had a figure do this in a while. I mean, you can't tell, like, at all. Like, if I asked you what the problem is, what's broken on here, you probably wouldn't be able to tell me. It's just the neck joint snapped. But that's fine. It can be solved with that stick tag stuff. You can see there. So, here's the NECA version here. And Mezco has 3 figures, I think. Those type of scale ones. They have that one there, which is very a statue, but it's from a specific scene. And there's 2 other ones. The white one, which it looks like this, and then there's one where it's like that suit, but it also has the same articulation as the white body. So there's 3 Tony Montana figures you can get there. But I guess go ahead and let's have a look at that one first. So at the end of the movie Scarface, stuff tends to go down. It starts to go downhill when he's out with dinner with his his wife. And it kind of keeps going downhill from there all the way till the very end. So this figure here, and I do like the Mezco stylization of the face sculpt here. I know Mezco was very popular for that back in the day. Like their Freddy and Jason they did was very stylized, very cartoonish, had a whole bunch of accessories. Saw those figures back in the day. So I don't own too many Mezco figures besides like the Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Orange, and Mr. Pink. And maybe a few figures here and there. But I don't own anything new that's Mezco, like the new modern stuff they're doing, which is very odd to me. But I do own some of the old stuff. And I do own like the Chucky, like the little, I can talk, Chucky, the talking one. But here is Tony Montana. And his gun here, if I go ahead and here's the NECA version. Here's the Mezco version. You can see the sculpt is pretty similar, but the painting I think is better done on this one. And I might go back and touch that up just so the highlights come out. But I think his outfit is painted with dry brushing on there just to bring out some of the details. His shoes kind of look the same color as his outfit. Need to cut my nails. Been a while, I guess. But the whole, from this point of the neck to the foot, that's one molded piece of plastic. So there's absolutely no articulation from the waist down, or from the head down, really, because the head is on a ball joint, so you can go up and down, and there's quite a bit of movement there. But arms, also, there's articulation here, here, and here, and actually that's a ball joint. So you can see that here. It rotates all the way around, and just a weird ankle, or a weird, what is that, elbow band? Elbow joint there, and then the hands are on a ball joint. You can see the white shirt coming from underneath, like that little detail there. But, I mean, there's not too much to talk about this guy, but I wish I had... Actually, I do now. Hold on. I'm going to try and do something. I think it'd have been cool if he would have came with this little flame effect here, because if you see on the box, it's... You see there, it has, like, the gun firing effect there, and you can see there's the one where he's, like, you know, walking around. Is that where he goes to see one chick? But yeah, I think that looks really cool like that. Of course, it might be on the grenade launcher, but you could change it around. I think this is more grenade launcher scene, I think, more than anything. But I think the head sculpt is... I think it does capture the lightness, of course. It is stylized, but I like stylization, because if stylization is done right, you're having a, you know, a 7-inch scale figure, or whatever type of scale figure, and it's kind of cool. You can see the scar there. Different shades in the mouth. Wish I could get this a little bit closer. There we go. I think it is sculpted very nicely. Same thing with the hair. Hair sculpted nicely too as well. It's done pretty good. I think they could really wish some of these figures to go back and re-release some of these figures like this one. Like, I'd be okay with these being re-released. Like NECA, they could do a whole cult classic line. Like, when they get the whole legal stuff with Jason fixed up, if they wanted to release just the cult classic part 7, and I think that'd all be, we really want a cult classic 7 and an ultimate 7, or really a cult classic Chucky. I'd be down for that, and some other cult classic figures that are different than the ultimate figures in certain ways, like Ash from Orient of Darkness. I don't care for an ultimate one, but certainly wouldn't matter if we got just a regular version. But I think this figure here is pretty cool. Now we're going to have a look at the NECA version over here, which there's not really much to compare, except maybe the head sculpt and the hair. And hold on, I kind of want to touch up on the hands and such and such. And it does have a removable clip on the gun. So you can see here's the assault rifle type thing there. Pull the clip out. Nothing too fancy. But the hands do have little details on it, like the thing there. Some rings. Another ring there. Pretty cool. Necklace. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So here is, I guess, Tony Montana as you would think of at the height. Like, this is him at his peak, I believe. And for this being a NECA figure, it had to come after the Mezco line. It had to, but it's just not somehow better. Like, if you look at the articulation on this one, that's why I kind of wanted this one. It's cheaper. Like, see, you can do a whole bunch more with that, and you can see the head sculpt's very different. But I kind of like that version. If I ever find that one for pretty, you know, really cheap, probably get it. As I said, again, I paid $20 for both of these as a set, so I think that was a pretty nice steal. So if I find one of those for $20 or $15, I'll probably take it and go, oh, that's kind of cool. Have another Tony Montana. And there's another video in the works that's talking about figures we need touch-ups on and figures we need made, and some figures actually that happened at Toy Fair. Check out that video. But this one here, I think I like the shoes on this figure quite a bit. Nice and brown. Oh, they even have a different color on the bottom. Kind of cool there. I like the lines of the suit. The sculpting of the suit's very nice. You can see that there. Fingernails, not mine. The figures are done pretty interestingly, because usually I don't see fingernails on figures done like that. You can see the sculpting work on here is done pretty nicely. Nice wet shirt, red, not wet. You can see the chest hair there. This thing's kind of messy, and NECA does make an 18-inch figure of this, if I haven't said that already. They have an 18-inch version of this guy. Actually, I can just show you the head up close since, you know, it's already off. Here's the head sculpt. Get up nice and close and personal. I think it looks like a actor. Man, these fingernails got to be cut. Usually they're not this long. Dry brushing of the hair is done, of course, nicely. You can see that there. Done one tone and then dry brushed over. Like that, like the scar there. You can see that there. Yeah, as soon as you get this close, you really see it's like you're holding the actor in your fingers. And there's where the joint snapped. You can see that there. Literally just took them out of the box, and you know, NECA and their joints sometimes aren't the most stable. And I just kind of had higher beliefs for this guy. This is a nice soft material. And then he comes with a this little pistol here, and it's pretty black. It's just one tone. I might hit that with some dry brush material just to bring it out a little bit. Especially since on the packaging, if you look at it, here you can see it is got some silver on it. Same thing with this one. This one's not just straight up silver. It's got some silver there and some silver there and some black everywhere else, but that's not how the gun is really painted. As you can see that there. And here's the gun he comes with too as well. Oh, it's got a double mag there. So I wonder if that's screen accurate. Has to be. NECA's more accurate than, reminds me of the Terminator figure. That's how the NECA Terminator figure is. It's just taped. The articulation on this guy, ball joint in the head. Don't need to show that off clearly. And there's some other stuff here. It'll go forward and back. I don't really think what you'd need it for unless you really just kind of want to have different poses. I don't trust that. Just swivels in the hands there. This will go forward and back, so if you want to kind of adjust it to the side, you can. You can kind of rotate it all the way down, but then it looks weird because of the way it's sculpted. But you can have his hand down if you wanted to, I guess. Nothing from the waist down. It does swivel. And then the feet swivel too as well. So I think for this figure, it's pretty cool. And I bet when it came out, it was probably like $15. And I think that'd have been a pretty nice, fair price. Before we end the video, I want to help you guys with packaging and unpackaging figures. If you're planning on opening a figure that's like this older style that NECA uses, sometimes they still use it, don't cut from the top or cut from the side. If you're going to cut from the bottom to the top, because if you're going to have it on the wall, that way it's just going to carry it down and it's just going to look flush. And you can just shove the figure back in there, which is what I do. And that's how all my figures are, majority. But some of the older figures I open from the top, and that kind of flaps it forward. But if you open it from the bottom, the way it just carries it even and parallel. So just do that, and I did that for both of these figures here. Really like this box. You can see that's nice silvery Tony Montana logo. But just open it from the bottom, and you have no worries. Thank you guys for watching After School Reviews. Ooh, today we were having a look at the NECA Scarface Tony Montana figure and the Mezco The Fall Tony Montana figure with machine gun. Thank you guys for watching After School Reviews. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon. Please like this video and leave a comment down in the comment section. Go say something. I'm always there. Check out the official After School Reviews Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.